Wow. Wow. I mean,
I'm not even going to ask you now. This is you talking.
do you know what? I've got to admit something about our keeper right now. The technicals are not there. But what an emotional football match. I mean, the guy that's meant to be sold, that's not meant to be here, passionate merchant, all of that thing. Sometimes the game needs that. Sometimes the game requires a bit of passion to unlock the situation, because we couldn't do anything to break them down. I mean, Rashi, I'm glad Rashi comes off the time that he comes off, but and Garnacho was to no avail. Like, it's a bit weird. It's like and Anthony does this too much, Flex. He dribbles past and makes all that ground for the football club, gets us up the pitch
For the football.
he gets us all the way up the pitch, Flex, and then passes it all the way back. It's like we make no progress. You made the whole team, the whole game is now in their half, and then you pass it backwards. And I understand recycling the ball, but sometimes we want you to take the risks, especially when we're losing the game 1-0. Scott McTominay, brilliant. Scott McTominay, brilliant. With those two last headers in the last minute, we really needed that, man. And I was telling the fella next to me.
No, one of them was a shot. Oh, the two last headers that led to the second goal, you mean? Because Maguire heads it back across.
The two must head to it. It was Maguire, then Scott. Sorry, I said Scott twice. Sorry, no. Because it was a finish at the near post. Really good finish as well, by the way, Flex. But I told a fella next to me, he was leaving the game 1-0. It's like 40 seconds left to go. I said, you should know better than most, fella. You know, he looked a bit older as well. I said, you should know better than most. There's a goal coming. And I think Charlie mentioned it, Sir Alex's misses past, Fergie time. There's just something, there's a feeling, and I hope that the players are able to capture that feeling. 2 weeks to relax and think about the result. I don't want to get too positive or too giddy, because we've seen it. It doesn't look right. The team doesn't look right. The football that we're playing just doesn't look right. And it's weird, because it looks like we're controlling games. 20, 30 minutes in, I thought...
The same story. It's the same thing.
Why is that?
For 20 minutes, we were absolutely fine. We weren't playing amazing, by the way.
Yeah, we weren't.
But Brentford weren't doing anything. And again, a series of 3 mistakes in a row caused that. Casemiro, awful. Then Lindelof kicks it straight back to them. And then the Onana one. 3 calamitous mistakes in a row.
I'm worried, Flex. I'm worried that Onana doesn't... I've heard people say he's our Claudio Bravo, and I disagree with that. I think his technical ability on the ball is way superior to most people in world football in that position, but the fundamentals is really, really bad.
Do you think he can come through it? Do you think we just have to just calm down? Well, it's hard to calm down because he's literally costing us goals, but is it just about, in terms of the manager and what the team does and the coaches, is it about an arm around him and keep playing him through this, or is it time already to go, nah mate, you need some time on the bench?
Arm around him, I think. I would say give an arm around him. You can see him through the phases of the game. He's talking to himself, head down, he's looking a bit sad about the mistakes that he's making, but Ten Hag has to back him firstly, and I think we have to follow suit with Ten Hag in this one. I'm very worried though. I'm extremely scared, man, because that's not good enough. That's just way below par. These are clangers now. These are the hair clangers that I was complaining about last season level.
Because that's the thing. It's like you say these things. De Gea was doing this, or De Gea was doing. I hate the revisionism. I know it doesn't mean that David De Gea shouldn't maybe have moved on. But when the new keeper is doing that, we have to speak about it. And we have to talk about what the best way forward is. We've made a big investment into him, a big decision for the club to do that. So you're saying just keep backing him, and he'll come out the other side. Yeah,
I believe it'll come good. Right now it looks like a waste of money, and they want to tell me that. I would agree with them. It's very simple. The technical says Bayern Munich one was shocking, really, really bad. Near post against Arsenal, embarrassing, quite frankly. And you spoke to him, Flex. So I think he's aware of it.
Oh, you can't not be aware of it. You can't not be aware of it. I think
he's aware of it. You gave him a really good question, so he needs to work on it. And hopefully throughout the season, throughout his tenure at the club, he's able to get that opportunity to make the changes. Casemiro has to leave. I've had enough of it now. He doesn't look. It looks like he's on holiday a little bit. He doesn't really care about the club that much for me. He does not really given all his effort.
It's not just bad form though. Come on. I mean, before today, I'm not excusing his bad performance by the way, and bad performances. He's scored a few goals this year in a crap year so far. He's looked way off it, but you think you're saying he don't care.
He gets to play in the 2 today. Today he gets to play with Amrabat as the support, and he gets to play the bit higher because you can't leave him as the last holding the line. Ten Hag made sure it's Amrabat holding the line because you can't. He's so rash.
But also, I get it because it's like you're saying, keep him. let Amrabat hold the line, but then that means that Casemiro's got to be on the ball more. And clearly, look, and you know that pass that he gave away that led to the goal? He did another one where he just aimlessly kicked it, I think it hit off Wissa's head, and then we lost the ball. And I'm like, what are you doing?
Doesn't want to keep it on the ground, wants to clip it onto the left side of the pitch. For what reason only?
No pressure as well.
He don't get me wrong, he's got a really good first time cross from that right attacking mid position.
Around the corner.
We know it, but it's like, that's really it. And then you score important goals for us. You know, you've got that character, big headers and stuff, but we wanted you for the defensive work. Other than that, exactly, it's just well below par. Dalot was a bright spot today. I really enjoyed Dalot's performance. He's got competition for places. I feel like that's maybe the issue. Like, players need competition for places. Mason Mount was fantastic today in certain times of the game, and then other times he goes quiet. Ten Hag decides to take him out instead of Bruno. Maybe you should have taken out Bruno.
What's going on with Bruno as well?
This is my guy, but I'm going to say it now. I think Play FC and all of this nonsense is done. It's about team performance, it's about team ethics, and he's not good enough for the team right now. And he's the skipper. It's like the skipper's a bit cursed, I don't know. But he's been really, really poor. I mean, in the first half, it was okay. A couple first-time crosses, outside of the foot crosses. Tried to do link-up. He had good runs at one point in the first half. From a goal kick, I think, he made a good run, and then he finds Mason Mount. Mason Mount gets an opportunity to shoot and score. So he had a few good moments, but it's not captain material. It's not, you know, there's times where we want you to keep the ball. He's not keeping the ball. He's not good enough, man, right now. He's poor form. And Rashi, Flex.
It's our two biggest players.
Yeah, man. And they're on the I don't know. Rashi just doesn't, his head's not in the game. He doesn't want to press anyone. There's so many times when he's leaving his fullback free, not hunting down the ball. And as a winger, and how he's playing it, he only has one job, his man. And he's not doing it. I don't know. You need to give him a long vacay. And these 2 weeks, I think he's caught up with England, so good luck to him with England. But he just needs to be out of football for a couple of weeks and really just get his mind back into it, because it's worrying again. It's worrying, and we need him now. This is the season where you're meant to prove yourself. Exactly. You've done the good work last season. Let's see you do it again. You know, show your level. But him and Bruno, you know, as this team starts to evolve, as we start to upregulate the quality within the whole squad, they're either going to end up being squad players or getting sold.
How much credit does Johnny Evans deserve, and Maguire, actually?
Listen, Maguire is one of those players where I was saying today, we're playing majority of the game on the halfway line.
We said in the cut, start him.
Yeah,
we said it.
Yes.
I don't even want to look at the comments from that road trip, because the thumbnail said start Maguire. We're probably saying why? He got an assist, and the goals were nothing really to do with him. Look, we're not gassing him up to say he should play all the games and that, but him and Evans today, they deserve their flowers, because the goal wasn't their fault, and other than that, they were pretty good.
Really, really good. Again, the quality of football that they're up against, and all these kind of things, the way the opposition is set up, but you do your job, you know. You do your job, and that's exactly what they've done. I felt secure. It was Onana where any shot comes in, I'm shaking and I'm panicking, and I'm very, very positive usually, but it was him that was the issue. I think them two are really sound, and Evans is just a class act. I think his passing range is really good, man. Couple clip passes
left
over
foot,
the top,
right foot as well. Yeah, he's both footed.
Yeah, he's class act.
And lastly, who was your man of the match? Why?
Dalot, maybe. I think Dalot was okay at times. Scott is the most important figure in the game, and Maguire. Speaking of Maguire, was fantastic. Was really good heading when you need him to win his headers, his duels. So I'd give it maybe. I'm gonna say Dalot still.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Dalot.
I'm gonna go with Dalot.
Let's go with Dalot.
I'm going Dalot.
Big up, man.
Big up, bro.